Hey everybody, John O'Connor here again, and today I have another entry in my bucket list characters. Characters I want to play before I kick the bucket. Today's entry is another strong female protagonist, which I've gotten to play twice as an NPC, both of which have come to rather tragic ends. One lost its right arm in a hobgoblin scrimmage, while the other one was disemboweled in the orc raid, which happened just a couple weeks ago in my current campaign. And it's really sad, but it's becoming a bit of a trope that the Tiefling Paladin doesn't make it. It was my design both times, but I really want to give this character some spotlight, so I'd like to play it someday, just for the fun of it. Now, the fun thing about this is you take the idea of the Tiefling. Oh, the poor Tiefling. Associated with evil from its inception, always thought to be, ooh, you're the mischievous one, you're the rogue, the warlock, you're just the unsavory one. Okay, well, that's this archetype, this stereotype, which both exists within stories, and a lot of people play it that way, which I'm not a fan of playing my Tiefling like that. But then you have the stereotype of the Paladin, which a lot more people, as far as players and other people in stories, believe, the stick up the ass, the ultra-Catholic, the person who doesn't believe in having a good time, the person who, follows this paladinic code of don't drink too much, don't say too much, always taking the moral right path no matter what. Okay, well, I have the no-good Tiefling here, and I've got the Paladin here. Now they're kind of in the same eggshell. Well, how does this work? The basic story idea for this character would be her entire life she was mistreated, abused, just orphaned even, because both of her parents would be human. But she was Tiefling, something she couldn't control, because in her ancestry there's demon blood in her line. But she had no say in this. She didn't have a desire to become a Tiefling. She didn't want to look the way she does. She wanted to be as normal as anybody else. But it was society who told her she was different. So, at a certain age, just tired of getting beat up and getting abused, she went to the church. And even there was intolerance, but when she proved the fact that she was there to learn and not to cause trouble, they allowed her to stay. And taking sanctuary there, she learned the ways of the Paladin, learned their code, learned the ways of her god or goddess, and was reborn. And after a while, she finally gets to leave the monastery or, the chapel, and she's got her armor, her holy symbol, but she's still a Tiefling. She still has, in my case, it would be the pale white skin that never burns or tans, the dark set-in eyes, which can range from dark emerald, a deep blue, maybe even black, and one horn, or a color of hair which doesn't occur naturally, a blue, a green, a pink, something that, it would look silly until you put it in the context of it's a Tiefling, and this is how it's manifesting. So, something that makes her she's just going to stick out no matter what. But it is better to stick out as the Tiefling when the Tiefling's holding the holy symbol, because everybody knows you don't fuck with the Paladin. The Paladin has God as a friend. So, yes, there's still going to be the intolerance and the, Tiefling, but they ain't going to be as willing to say it to your face when they can quote the tome of their god or goddess. They're not going to be so willing to, I thumb my nose at you when, okay, well, that band of orcs is coming, and it is my responsibility to help you if you ask. Suddenly, yeah, that Tiefling's gonna be someone's friend. Suddenly, when she's collecting for the church, yeah, you have a tendency to believe. Yes, there's going to be some hesitation at first. Yes, she might have to prove herself to be a paladin. But once she shows that she can smite evil, can give blessings, can give sermons, yeah, suddenly the Tiefling gets a little more respect. And that'd be the fun of it, is dealing with the initial intolerance and the disbelief that it's a paladin, them coming to terms with the fact it is a paladin, and then the questions. Now, as far as the paladinic code, which, yes, I know I have to play it lawful good. I'm not going to be the pussy who takes, oh, I'm a paladin of freedom, so I get to, do this. No. I will play a paladin in your group. But a paladin has desires and wants just like anybody else. Okay? The paladin can indulge, maybe even overindulge. The paladin just isn't going to stand for violence against the weak and innocent, isn't going to stand for torture. But the paladin gets a bad rap in my book. This would be a well-rounded character who's capable of having a crush, that would be, I would have a field day, absolute field day, if my DM had the balls or the creativity to be like, okay, well, John, you're a female, Tiefling paladin. Because I love describing what my character's attracted to. Like, when I get to play, I'm like, this is what my character's attracted to. That's what they seek, when they're looking. It's not to say they're always looking, but, occasionally, well, hey, that's what my character considers cute. So, it is fun when, someone could be like, well, there's an Azamar warlock on the other side of the room, who who's been causing some trouble and, has been extorting people for money. And she goes in there, ready to take him down, and the Azamar warlock starts flirting with her. That would be fucking badass, having that little, okay, for 2 different reasons I don't like you, and here you are flirting with me. Something most people wouldn't do, because either it's the paladin, we don't want to get in a relationship and break up with God, is how some people would see it, or it's the Tiefling don't want to get in bed with demons. So for 2 different reasons, again, most people might shy away from a relationship. And here's this Azamar warlock of all things who just doesn't care. It's like, so what are you doing later? Yes, she's bound by duty, but, again, she could have that moment of, I could change him, I could get to know him, maybe he's not all bad. Just some idea like that. This is a character I would love for her to have a love interest, and especially one that she shouldn't have. Somebody who's just all like, the rest of the party, we have to do something about him, and she'd be like, we shall do something about him, but let me go talk to him one more time before we, have to do that. So, yeah. It's going to be a conflicted character. It's going to be, there will always be the pull from other Tieflings to go, give into your heritage. And then there's the, the pull from the Paladinic order of, stay strong in your faith. So it's a very conflicted character who will, I'm not going to say personal growth, but personal reassurance. She'll become more confident of who she is and what she is. She already knows her place in the group. She knows what she can and can't do. But her story along, the first 20 levels, like I talked about before, her story would definitely be one of personal exploration. Finding out, more or less, who she is at an existential level. Is she the Tiefling? Is she the Paladin? Is she both? What is her call to arms? Who does she side with? What does she accept and what does she allow? Maybe once or twice she might have to get atonement. Maybe she won't. This is a character who's going to be very conflicted, and sometimes she might not pick the right thing. But that's the fun of taking these 2 stereotypes, which are, oh, here's fire and here's water. Let's put them together. Guess what? You didn't get nothing. You got steam. And steam is interesting in this case, because this character, who I want to play just to see how it works out, and I also want to have one that has a happy ending. You know, it's kind of becoming a trope in my campaign. Tiefling Paladins do not die happy. They die miserable. So I'd like to do it once where the Tiefling Paladin gets the happy ending, or at the very least, gets to live at the end. Tell me what you guys think of this bucket list character, and as always, if you're enjoying my content, please like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day, guys.